Well, hey guys, it's Graham here from therecordingrevolution.com, and welcome back to another 5 minutes to a better mix tutorial. We're looking at 31 mixing tips in 31 days, and today's tip is about compressing your room mic on your drum tracks. This tip is really only applicable if you recorded with a room mic, obviously. So if you haven't, try it on your next track, and then you can use this mix tip. The idea is, a lot of times we'll record multi-track drums. We'll have some overhead mics, maybe we'll have some spot mics on the kick and the snare, maybe the toms. But a great way to record is also to have one or a pair of room mics. And these mics are further away from the drum kit, sometimes pointed up at the ceiling or a corner or some random place where the idea is you're catching a lot of slapback, and you're catching a lot of the ambience in the room. So it's going to sound overly wet of a sound. It's going to be far away, but blend it in with your drum kit, it can sound nice. Right now I have a room mic with my other tracks of drums, and you can take a listen to what they sound like. And that's the room mic just by itself. Alright, so it's a mono room mic. It's a condenser that was thrown up in this massive warehouse against a wall, picking up the drum kit. That in and of itself is great because the more you bring that up, the more live, roomy sound you get in the mix. But here's a cool tip. Why not compress the crud out of your room mic? I'll show you what I mean. When you compress it like crazy, you're going to make it sound overly hyped. And here's what I mean. Let's take a compressor on the room mic. In this case, I'm just going to take a standard 1176 copy, and this is just a simple compressor, but what I'm going to do is crank the input so it's really slamming down. It's adjusting the threshold so the compressor is really compressing this. It's going to reduce the dynamic range of this room mic a lot. And then what I'm going to do is sort of give a longer release time as well, which will mean that it'll stay compressed for a long time and it won't uncompress. It'll just stay really, really squashed. And it's going to sound unnatural, but then we'll blend it in with the rest of the kit. No compression. That's so cool. It's so Led Zeppelin. It's really, really nasty. But compress the crud out of that one mic. Then what I'm going to do is bring it down in the mix, and I'm going to bring in my close mics, my overheads, toms, kick, and snare. And I'm going to slowly bring up this overly compressed room mic in the blending of it, and take a listen. You just get that massive sound. Now, when the rest of the tracks are brought into the mix, it's going to have much more context and it won't be as obvious of an effect. But what that compression does is it brings up the overall level of everything. It squashes down the difference between the loud hits and the soft hits on the room mic, so you can hear and feel the energy of the room mic at all times in the drum mix. And it really just gives you some energy and some great attack on the drums when you blend it into taste. And the only other thing I would say is to think about with that compressed room mic is you may want to EQ after the fact to tame any frequencies that are really gotten annoying when you've compressed them. That way it's not too cymbal washy, or maybe you get too much low end building up. You can always do a bigger high pass filter after the compressor and it'll make it sound a little bit better. So that's an idea for you. Compressing the crud out of your room mic on your drum tracks, bring some energy into your mix. Hope that helps you guys. Again, this is Graham at therecordingrevolution.com with 5 minutes to a better mix. We'll see you on the next video.